7, followed by the winner of Powell Valley, J.J. Kelly, taking on either Burton, which I suspect they will, or Clintwood. But surprising thing happened last year as Clintwood was knocked, Gate City was knocked out by Clintwood in the first round.
Yeah, it was the number 8 seed. Clintwood beat the Blue Devils here on their home floor, and Appalachia will try to do the same thing. But Appalachia certainly will have their work cut out for them. Gate City has combined to win 2 games, 190 to 68. So, but that's why you play the tournament. Last night, Coburn's girls gave Gate City's Lady Blue Devils all they can handle for 4 quarters, and I'm sure Appalachia will play the best basketball game they can here tonight and just see how it works out.
Josh Kilgore in uniform tonight. Yeah, there he is, warming up. Might see a little action tonight.
That's what we've been told, that he would be released to practice yesterday, which I think he did, and then maybe play a little tonight, maybe a little more Thursday. Don't really watch him warm up. Really don't see anything noticeable that his ankle's bothering him. Of course, his ankle's taped heavily. That's a clear. But we'll just see how that goes. The Blue Devils, of course, Will Hubbard set to go here tonight with his ankle rested, and hopefully we can hold up here for 2 or 3 more weeks and see what happens.
And we'll be in Appalachia tomorrow night for the second game. Gate City and J.J. Kelly girls basketball.
It's be a tall order for the Lady Devils, but I just don't know that anybody can beat them 3 times in the same season, and hopefully Kelly won't be able to do that.
Starting lineup for Appalachia: John Grant, 5'7" junior. Jordan Taylor, 5'10" junior. Brian Owsley, 6'3" senior. William Honeycutt and Brian Babber. He's a 6'5", no, he's a 6-foot sophomore.
Appalachia dressed in their rude royal blue, trimmed in gold and white.
Jesse McMurray, Will Hubbard, Nate Clark, Drew Scott, and Will Humphreys will start for Gate City.
Blue Devils will wear their home white uniforms tonight, trimmed in royal blue.
Crowd continues to build. That's good. It won't be a sellout, though.
No. No, I think that's something we don't have to worry about here tonight.
And you can imagine the crowd from Appalachia is a little sparse.
Now, the deeper this goes in the tournament, the bigger the crowds will be at Appalachia, starting tomorrow night. Of course, right off the bat, you'll have 2 games, so you'll have twice as many teams. So that would only make sense. You'd have more. Okay, set to get underway. It'll be Will Hubbard for the Blue Devils, Brian Owsley for the Dogs. They'll be jumping in the center circle.
And I'll have to check later on who these officials are, because I don't know their names.
I think I know a couple of them, but I'm not going to say because I may be wrong. So, John Grant with it for Appalachia off the tip from Owsley. Grant has it. It's it over here right side Jordan Taylor. Taylor gets it head of the key, Honeycutt. Now Baber with it right side. Baber puts it on the floor. Gets it head of the key. Ball on the floor. Owsley gets control of it over to Baber. Baber spins in the lane. Leaves it off over here for Honeycutt. And the ball on the floor. Actually, Honeycutt comes up with it, and then he throws it away. Tried to get the ball down low to Grant. So the turnover to Gate City. And Jesse McMurray will work at the point. Has it across the timeline. Appalachia going to play, looks like a 1-3-1 zone. Hubbard has it on the baseline, skips it over McMurray, open for the 3, shot good. Jesse McMurray for 3, and the Blue Devils lead 3-0. Grant has it in the front court for Appalachia. Grant has it stripped away by Clark. Grant runs it down in back court, flips it back to Honeycutt. Honeycutt gets it back to Grant. They're still in back court. Grant will work it across the timeline again. Get it to Honeycutt between the rings. Honeycutt puts it on the floor and throws it away. So turnover number 2 goes to the Blue Devils.
2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
So Appalachia again, the 1-3-1 with Taylor meeting the point guard when he comes across the mid-court stripe. Scott has it, gets it over to McMurray, now to Clark, to Scott, open for the 3, shot, Scott, good. Drew Scott for 3, and the Blue Devils are quickly on top, 6-0. Grant for the Bulldogs. Has it, out front, almost goes to the ground, keeps his feet, gets it over to Baber. Baber with it, drives down low, loses possession, coming out there with it, Hubbard for the Blue Devils. Hubbard skips it over to Clark. Clark with it to McMurray, open for the 3, shot McMurray, good. Jesse McMurray 3, Appalachia wants a timeout, it's 9-0 Gate City.
Bulldogs yet to get a shot off. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers. Gate City 3 possessions, 3 3-point field goals.
Yeah, the 1-3-1 zone, the execution's not exactly there. Gate City's still getting people open for the 3, and that shouldn't happen. Here's a pass thrown away in backcourt by Will Humphreys. Gets it to Bateman, who's checked in, to McMurray. McMurray over to Scott. Scott thought about the 3 and traveled.
Should have shot it.
Thought about it a little too long.
He was too wide open.
Then he decided, well, he made the right move by putting it on the floor and taking it to the bucket because they weren't going to pick him up. But shuffled the feet a little bit, so a turnover to Appalachia. Appalachia has Taylor in backcourt to Honeycutt. Ball still in backcourt. That's Owsley with it. Now Honeycutt has it, still not across the 10-second line. Taylor has it, not going to make it. That'll be another turnover. That's 5 possessions.
That's it.
5 turnovers for Appalachia. Marquis step into the lineup for Drew Scott. Luke Humphreys checks in for Will Humphreys. So Gate City has it. Jesse McMurray off the screen from Luke Humphreys. Gets it head of the key, Hubbard. Now left side with it, E-step. Now out on top, McMurray. He'll launch the 3. Shot McMurray, no good. Coming out there with it is Honeycutt, and he's fouled by McMurray. Fell on Jesse's his first. That'll be the team's first. Gate City leads 9-0. 5:13 to go here in the first quarter. Appalachia with Owsley to throw it in. Looks, gets it in finally to Baber. Baber will bring it across the midcourt line. Has it left side, now left of the lane. Here's a shot up and no good by Taylor. Rebound Bateman for the Blue Devils. Bateman swings it over to McMurray. McMurray with it across the timeline. Gets it to Hubbard, now to Bateman. Swinging around left side to C-step. Looks for Humphries Poston. Can't get to him instead. McMurray for the three. Good. Jesse McMurray with 3 threes, and the Blue Devils lead 12-0. Honeycutt in backcourt. Honeycutt puts it on the floor. Guarded by Hubbard in backcourt. Honeycutt will circle across the timeline with it. Honeycutt picks up his dribble, gets it over here to Taylor. Taylor has it. Now goes off the knee of Owsley out of bounds.
Gate City comes in 15-5. Appalachia 5-15.
Derek Smith and Zach Jones into the lineup for Gate City, replacing McMurray and Bateman. Here's Derek Smith, left open for the three. Shot Smith, no good. Rebound tipped around. E-step, tips it back out. Smith runs it down. Smith has it. He'll shoot another three. Shot Smith, good. Derek Smith for three. Gate City has 5 field goals. They're all threes. It's 15-0. Baber has it in front court. Leaves it off for nobody. Tipped by Jones, stolen away Smith. Smith gets it over to Clark. Clark gets it to Luke Humphries. Luke stops, pops, 16-footer, good. And Appalachia will ask for a timeout. 4 minutes to go. First quarter. Gate City leads 17-0. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Gate City leads Appalachia 17-0. And the Dogs with it. To throw it in will be Baber. Baber gets it in to Ryan Blair, who's checked in. Blair brings it across the timeline, picks up his dribble. He's double teamed at midcourt, needs help, throws it off of Humphries. Appalachia will retain possession.
7 turnovers so far for the Bulldogs.
Baber has it on the inbound. Lobs it in here, backcourt to Taylor. Taylor puts it on the floor across the timeline with it. Circles right side. Now gets it over here to Andrew Leonard. Leonard to Blair. Blair with it out on the floor, guarded by Jones. With it now, Taylor. Taylor drives to the lane, gets it back out to Leonard. Andrew Leonard with it. Leonard gets it to Baber. Baber drives into the lane. His jumper from in front, good. Brian Baber with the bucket. At the 3:18 mark. Quickly the other way. Here's Marquis Step, shot up, no good. He'll be fouled.
This Ryan Blair wasn't on the varsity earlier in the season for Appalachia.
Fouls on William Honeycutt, his first, team's first. Marquis Step shooting 2 for Gate City. Excuse me, 17-2 the score. Gate City leads. 3:13 to go first quarter. Free throw East Step, good.
Chris Kilgore will Hubbard in for Jones and Luke Humphries.
So Marquis Step set to shoot his second free throw, which is on the way, and no good. Rebound Honeycutt for Appalachia, gets it to Leonard. Leonard hands it off to Taylor, still in back court. Taylor finally now in front court with it. Has it between the rings. Gets it down low to Honeycutt. His shot up from the front, good. William Honeycutt with the lay-in over the front, makes it 18-4. Here's East Step with it. His shot up, no good. He's fouled by Brian Baber. Foul on Baber will be his first, team second. Marquis Step back to the line, shooting 2 again for Gate City. $18-4, 2:48 to go first quarter. East Step's free throw, no good. So Mark ready for his second attempt is on the way, and it too is no good. Rebound Chris Kilgore for Gate City. Kilgore's put back is good. Chris Kilgore with the offensive rebound. Taylor gets it ahead to Owsley. Owsley across the timeline, gets it to Honeycutt. Honeycutt back to Baber out near the mid-court line. Baber has it now between the rings. Flips it back to Leonard. Leonard stops. Tries to get it back to Honeycutt. It's tipped in backcourt by Chris Kilgore. Honeycutt runs it down. Has it now in front court. Flips it over to Leonard. Leonard with it out to mid-court stripe. Leonard now right baseline. Hits it to Owsley, who circles back out front now. Back to right corner Honeycutt. Honeycutt with it. Into the lane. Stops. Can't shoot. Back out to Leonard. Minute 55 to go, first quarter. Leonard has it, drives along the baseline, is running one-hander up and good. Andrew Leonard with the bucket, make it 20-6. Nate Clark for Gate City, drives down the lane, stops, 8-footer good. Nate Clark with two, 22-6 Gate City. Jordan Taylor bring the ball up the floor for Appalachia. Has it. Drives down, left lane, layup good. Quickly, here we go the other way. Here's E-Step driving to the bucket, shot up good. Now E-Step with a field goal. Timeout, Gate City. It's 24-8. They lead, 1:12 to go first quarter.
Hubbard, Scott, and Will Humphreys for Gate City.
Blue Devils leading 24-8, 1:12 to go first quarter. Appalachia has it. Owsley gets it into Blair. Blair's double team now. Hit over to Grant. Grant has it past the timeline, picked up by Bateman. Grant drives right of the lane, gets it over to Blair. Blair with it, picks up his dribble.
He's in trouble.
And he throws it off of Scott. Out of bounds. So it belongs to Appalachia. Drew tried to get out of the way, just couldn't get moved in time. So Owsley gets it into Taylor. Back to Owsley. He'll launch a long three. Shot no good. He follows his own shot for the layup. Good. Owsley with a good effort there to follow his missed shot. 24-10 Gate City leads. Scott gets it down low to Luke Humphreys. Luke shot up no good. His put back he is no good, but he's fouled. Foul will be on Brian Owsley, his first, team's third. For
nice. Go ahead.
For Gate City, Will Humphreys shooting two.
Nice spin move by Will there under the bucket. He got free, but just missed the layup.
Will's free throw good.
Hubbard out, Jones in.
Free throw Humphreys, good. So Will hits two, it's 26-10 Gate City. Taylor for Appalachia, gets it to Blair. Blair with it out, center circle. Started by Jones. 5-second count on, now off. Got to be getting close now. Yep, 5 seconds, turned over to Gate City. So Gate City has the basketball. McMurray. McMurray drives in, stops, box 15-footer, no good as the first quarter comes to an end. It's Gate City 26, Appalachia 10. Quarter, the Blue Devils lead the Appalachia Bulldogs. First round, Western Pine District boys tournament. And the Blue Devils have it. Drew Scott with it. Appalachia's gone man-to-man. Scott up off the glass, no good. Fought for the rebound. Scott gets it back. Scott's put up off the glass again, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Gate City. It'll belong to Appalachia. So Baber throws it in to Taylor. Taylor has it tipped away by Bateman. Bateman hustles down the floor, gets it over to Jones. Just great hustle play there by Bateman. Jones skips it over to McMurray. McMurray quickly in front court has it over to Scott. Scott drives along the baseline, cut off there, circles back out, gets it to Bateman. Logan Bateman has it now to McMurray, open for the three shot. McMurray, good. That's McMurray with another three. That's 4 for him. Gate City leads 29-10. Grant has it. Gets it over to Honeycutt. Honeycutt drives down. His shot up from the front, good. Honeycutt with his 4th points, 29-12 Gate City. McMurray has it. Scott, head of the key. Scott puts it on the floor. Drives down. His shot up good, and he's fouled. Foul will be on Brian Owsley. His second. Drew Scott go to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
Yeah, you step in Luke Humphreys in for Jones and
somebody.
Yeah.
Bateman.
Yeah, there you go.
So Scott, three-point play opportunity good. See, it's a free throw. He has 6. But it was lead by 20, 32 to 12.
Smith in for Scott.
Baber lobs it in here to Grant. Grant has it in front court. Now gets it back to Honeycutt. Long three. Honeycutt missed everything. Goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Gate City.
10th turnover. So far, 10 turnovers so far for Appalachia. They have 12 points.
32-12. Gate City leads. Here's McMurray. McMurray drives, leaves it over to Smith right side. Smith kicks it along the baseline to Humphreys. Humphreys drop step, gets it over here to Luke Humphreys. Luke has it, hands it back to McMurray. He'll launch a three shot. McMurray, no good. Rebound pulled out of Baber for Appalachia. Baber gets it over to Taylor. Taylor has it, front court, back to Baber. Baber drives down the lane and loses control of the ball, thrown away Derek Smith. Smith for the Blue Devils, fouled, no call. Then McMurray picks up the foul. Foul Jesse's his second, only the team's second. 32-12, 5:58 to go here in the first half. Gate City leading. Andrew Leonard into the lineup for John Grant for Appalachia. Marquis Stepp, Nate Clark, Will Hubbard all check in for Gate City. Here's Taylor. Has the ball tipped out of his hands, out of bounds. It'll belong to Appalachia. So the Dogs, Baber to throw it in at midcourt. Tries to lob it in, tipped away by Clark. Coming out there, Smith for Gate City. Smith brings it up across the timeline. Gets it to Hubbard, swing it around now to Clark. Clark gets it to Luke Humphreys. Between the rings with it. Humphreys now to Hubbard. Now Clark, head of the key, gets it back to Hubbard, over to Smith. Smith back to Clark. Clark puts it on the floor, back to Hubbard. Hubbard drives into the lane, gets it back to Nate Clark. Clark outside the arc. Left side with it, Smith gets it down low to Luke Humphreys. Luke's left-handed shot off the glass good. And going to have a technical foul called on 44. Brian Baber picks up the technical foul.
Must have said something. He was very close to the official.
Yeah, not exactly where you want to say something. Free throw up by Clark, good. And then again, he may have not have said something.
He slapped the ball.
Well, anyway, Clark hits 2 free throws. No matter what the cause, Gate City has the basketball leading 36-12. 5:15 to go here in the first quarter. Nate Clark drives all the way down. His shot up, blocked away. Coming out there with it, Owsley for Appalachia. Owsley gets it over to Taylor, who will bring it up. Taylor guarded by Estep. Taylor, 5-second count on. Needs to get rid of it. Ball on the floor. Body's on the floor. Taylor has it. Hits it to Leonard. Leonard has it tipped away from behind by Clark. Clark drives, shot up, no good, fouled. by Andrew Leonard.
Yeah, Nate comes out there limping a bit.
6th team foul on Appalachia. Nate Clark will be shooting 2. Actually, okay, Clark won't be shooting 2. He checks out of the lineup. Said the foul before the shot. So Gate City has it. Bateman to McMurray. McMurray puts it on the floor, drives in the lane, shot up, no good. Fight for his own rebound, though. Coming out there with a Honeycutt, get it over to Owsley. Owsley has it back to Blair. And what are we going to have? Foul called on Derek Smith. Foul on Smith, his first, team's third. 4:26 to go first half. 36-12, Gate City lead. Owsley gets it in to Blair. Back to Owsley. Owsley drives in the lane and throws it away.
Well, they hit a teammate across the baseline, left side, off target with that pass.
36-12, 4:15 to go here in the first half. Gate City leads. Smith has it left corner. Left of the lane, Hubbard. Back to Bateman now. Luke Humphreys with it. Luke gets it right side. Will Humphreys to McMurray. McMurray lobs it into Luke in the lane. His left-handed scoop shot up good. Luke Humphreys with his 6 point. The Blue Devils lead 38-12. Got a timeout on the floor by Appalachia. Gate City leads 38-12. Appalachia has the basketball. Owsley to throw it in. Long pass into Honeycutt. Honeycutt takes it up the left sideline. Gets it over to Leonard. For Appalachia now, that is Ryan Blair with it. Blair guarded by Bateman. Blair has it right corner. Now circles back out front. Gets it to Leonard. Leonard to Hubbard. Hubbard with it. Leonard with it. Shoots no good. Rebound McMurray. McMurray for the Blue Devils. Has it in front court. Gate City leading 38-12. 3:05 to go first quarter. Here's McMurray. Long 3. Shot no good. Rebound Owsley. Owsley gets it over to Grant. Grant head of the key now. Honeycutt. Honeycutt drives the foul line. Right of the lane. His shot up no good. Honeycutt follows it. Goes out of bounds off Derek Smith.
Wholesale substitutions for Gate City: Chris Kilgore, Scott Jones, Clark, and Will Humphreys. Everybody has played tonight except Josh Kilgore.
And I doubt Josh Kilgore. It's 38-12.
Wow.
Not going to happen tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Owsley gets it into Honeycutt. Back to Owsley. Owsley tries to get it along the baseline. Ball tipped out. Leonard has it. He throws one up. No good. Backside rebound. That's Blair. Blair's forced out of bounds by Zach Jones and fouled by Zach Jones. Foul on Zach's his first. That'll be the team's fourth. Non-shooting foul. Appalachia will have it. 38-12. Gate City leads. 2:30 to go first half. Owsley on the inbound. Gets it into Leonard over in the corner. Lob it out front to Honeycutt. Honeycutt has it stripped away. Stolen away Chris Kilgore. Chris brings the ball in front court and travels.
Tried for the quick stop and just couldn't get that done.
So turnover goes to Appalachia. Leonard guarded by Scott. Now gets it in front court. Leonard picks up his dribble and Scott comes up with it and he's standing out of bounds though, or takes one step out of bounds.
Yeah, he was falling down backwards trying to call timeout, but you say couldn't get it done.
So Appalachia has it with Grant. Back to Leonard, now to Blair, center circle. Blair picks up his dribble. Jones on him. Blair finally gets it to Honeycutt. His running jumper from in front, good. William Honeycutt with the bucket. 38-14 Gate City. Clark gets it down low to Humphreys. Can't shoot. Now to Kilgore. Chris with it. Drives down left the lane. His left-hand shot up no good. Zach Jones' putback is good. Appalachia has it. Grant in front of the Gate City bench, and he'll be fouled by Drew Scott on the block. Fouled Scott will be his first, and it'll be the team's 5th. So Appalachia not yet in the 1-and-1. Brian Elsley stands in front of Gate City's bench, the inbound. Which he does. Gets it into Grant. Now over to Blair. Blair has it, drives down the right of the lane. His jumper off the glass is good. Ryan Blair with 2 points, 40-16 Gate City. A minute to go here in the first half. E-Step has it for Gate City. Clark swinging around now between the rings with it. McMurray to E-Step. E-Step puts it on the floor, drives into the lane, gets it back to McMurray. McMurray along the baseline to Clark. Get it into E-Step. E-Step shot up from in front, no good. Tip, no good. Rebound Jones for the Blue Devils. Gets it to Clark, down low to Humphreys. Shot up, no good. He's fouled by Ryan Blair, who picks up his first foul. And that'll be the team's 7th. Shooting 2 for Gate City will be Will Humphreys. (40-16). Will Humphreys free throw, no good.
Gate City with 26 in the first.
For Appalachia, Juan Gomez, B.J. Richardson, Gary Thompson check into the lineup. So Will Humphrey set for his second of 2. It is good. 41-16 the score. Gate City leads. This is Richardson for Appalachia. Richardson picks up his dribble, looks, needs help, gets it to Grant. Grant with it, has it, head of the key. Now gets it over in the corner to Gomez. Gomez puts it on the floor, spins in the lane, his shot up from in front, good. Juan Gomez with his first 2. 41-18. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Gate City will have it for the final shot. Here's McMurray, head of the key for 3, shot good. Jesse McMurray with 3, and that's the end of the first half with a score. The Gate City Blue Devils 44, the Appalachia Bulldogs 18.
Girls and boys basketball on GCTV is brought to you by Darty Brothers Chevrolet, Delegate Terry Kilgore, Fairway Ford Volkswagen, Farm Bureau Insurance, Jackson Street Formals, Law Office of Jeff Hamilton, Mark's Hardware, Scott County Long Distance, State Line Graphics, Weber City Drug Center. Score at halftime is 44-18. We'll be back with the start of the second half right after this.
Jones had 2 points. Chris Kilgore 2 points. Jesse McMurray had 15. Nate Clark with 4. Luke Humphreys had 6. Drew Scott with 6. Marquis Step with 3. Will Humphreys with 3. Derek Smith with 3. Gate City outscored Appalachia 26-10 in the first quarter. 18-8 in the second quarter, and that's where we stand here at the half. 44-18. Both teams back out, and we're just about set to go. For the second half, Appalachia will have the basketball to begin the second half. So it'll be Baber. Baber gets it in to Taylor. His shot up, no good. Rebound Hubbard for the Blue Devils. Hubbard gets it over to McMurray. Jesse. Now right side, that's Scott. Drew Scott lobs it down low to Clark. Cuts across the lane for the layup, good. Nate Clark with his 6 point. Gate City leads 46-18. Taylor gets it over to Grant. Grant, foul line, back to Taylor. Taylor is fouled by Drew Scott. Foul on Scott's his second. Team's first here in the second half.
Appalachia with 14 turnovers in the first half. Gate City 3.
So Appalachia, Brian Baber throws it in to Grant. Grant has it left side, now to Baber. Baber puts it on the floor, loses control, picks it up, gets it over to Honeycutt. His jumper from in front is good from about 12 feet away. Honeycutt with his 8th point, 46-10, 46-20. Here's the pass to Humphreys, back to Clark. Clark misses the layup, coming out there with it, Appalachia. Grant has it, circles out front, now down the left side of the lane, throws it over here in the corner to Owsley. Owsley drives the baseline and tries to get it back to Grant. It's kicked by Clark, so it'll belong to Appalachia. So here's Owsley for Appalachia. He'll throw it in here to Honeycutt. Honeycutt puts it on the floor, stops, shoots over Hubbard, shot no good, rebound Scott. Scott gets it over to Clark. His pass in front court, tipped away and almost thrown away by Taylor. Taylor loses it out of bounds, unable to control it. So it belongs back to Gate City. Nate Clark goes across the timeline for Gate City, gets it right side McMurray. McMurray drives in the lane, has the ball stripped, stolen away by Taylor. Taylor for Appalachia. Brings it across the timeline. McMurray returns the favor. Steals it from Taylor. McMurray drives down for a layup good. Make it 48-20 Gate City. 6:15 to go. Long pass in front court to Owsley. Owsley drops the ball, picks it up. His shot up good. Owsley with a bucket. 48-22. Here's Clark. Clark has it. Leaves it over for Scott. Scott puts it on the floor. His shot blocked away out of there by Owsley. It'll go out of bounds off Owsley. And so it'll belong to Gate City.
Owsley, a 6'3" senior.
Hubbard throws it in to Scott. Now Will Humphreys has it. Humphreys gets it right side. McMurray down low. Scott shot off the glass. Missed it. Rebound Will Humphreys. Put back. Good. 50-22, 5:35 to go for third quarter. Taylor has it for Appalachia, leaves it off for Honeycutt. Honeycutt gets control, drives along the baseline. It's over here to Grant in the corner. Owsley for three, shot no good. Rebound Will Humphreys for Gate City. Will gets it out to Nate Clark. Nate skips it over to McMurray, open for the three. Guess what? Good. (53-22).
Can't leave him that open.
No. McMurray, one of the pure shooters we've had around here in a long time. Here with the drive to the bucket, good, Jordan Taylor. So Nate Clark has it in the center circle. His team leads 53-24, 4:40 to go third quarter. Clark has it. Hubbard cuts to the bucket, and Hubbard says that's my fault. Didn't catch it because he was going to have the easy bucket, but just couldn't come up with it. Luke Humphreys in, Marquis step in for Gate City. Hubbard and somebody.
Scott,
right. Here's a lob in to Taylor. Taylor will race in front court with it, has the numbers, 3-on-2. Here's a shot up from the front, no good. Took around, coming out of the lead step for the Blue Devils. Marquis step, has it center of the floor, over to McMurray. Jesse puts it on the floor, drives down, shot up, no good. He's fouled. I think it's William Honeycutt. It is. Honeycutt picks up his second. Teams first here in the second half. The Blue Devils have Jesse McMurray shooting two. McMurray with 20 points. And still at 20 as he misses the first free throw.
Smith will check in for Will Humphreys for Gate City.
So McMurray set for his second. It's on the way, and it's no good.
That's unusual.
Very unusual. Derek Smith commits a foul over the back of William Honeycutt. Smith's second, team second.
Bateman in for McMurray.
Richardson in the lineup too for Appalachia. With it, Taylor. Taylor guarded now by Bateman. Taylor gets it over to Leonard. Leonard dribbles out front with it now. Throws one up right of the lane. Shot good. From about 15 feet away. There's a long pass down to Marquis Step. Step catches it in midair and lays it in. Makes it 55-26. Leonard for the Bulldogs. Has it right of the lane. Picks up his dribble. Needs help. Honeycutt comes and gets it. Honeycutt guarded by Luke Humphries. Puts it on the floor. Drives to the right baseline. Shot up good. Honeycutt reaches double figures. That's his 10th point. It's 55-28 Gate City. Clark with it. Right side. Gets it down low. Luke Humphries shot up good, but before the shot, Humphries called for a double dribble. Baber and Owsley in for Appalachia. McMurray in for Gate City, replacing Clark. There's a long pass in front court to Owsley. His running shot up off the glass, good. Gate City had that pretty well defended.
Yeah, that was passed right on the money.
Luke Humphries has it. Derek Smith has the key for three. Shot short. Rebound Owsley. Owsley gets it over to Richardson. Richardson runs past the timeline. Now slows it up. Circles, head of the key with it. Gets it over to Owsley. Owsley out front. Has the ball stripped, stolen away by McMurray. Drives for the layup. Good. Leonard actually was the one that had the ball stripped away from him by McMurray. Now Leonard with it. Gets it over here to Baber. He'll launch a long three shot. No good. Rebound McMurray for Gate City. Jesse has it front court. Gate City leads 57-30, 2:17 to go third quarter. He step drives into the lane. His shot up from in front. No good. Rebound Owsley for Appalachia. Owsley gets it over to Baber. Baber drives down left to the lane. His shot up good, and he's fouled. Baber with the bucket. The foul will be on Marquis Steph, his first. Team's third here in the second half. Brian Baber will try to complete the three-point play. Appalachia's first free throw attempt of the night. And it's no good, but rebound by Blair. Gets it to Baber. Shot off the glass, no good. Baber gets it, his foot back, no good, but he's fouled.
Well, there's no quit in this Appalachia team. You have to give them credit for that.
Foul on Luke Humphries, his first. Well, no, you wouldn't expect that out of any Appalachia team. Free throw, Baber, no good. They said he just has them outmanned.
That's it.
That's all you can say.
Wholesale substitutions again. It'll be Chris Kilgore, Clark, Bateman, McMurray, and Jones for Gate City.
So Baber set for his second attempt, which is on the way and is good. So it's 57-33, a minute 50 go third quarter. Clark has it, gets it head of the key. McMurray, long three, shot no good. Jones skies for the boards. Well, okay, maybe that's the wrong word. Clark has it, gets it to Baber, throws it away. Baber steals it.
He got up there higher than anybody else.
Well, that's right. He got the ball. With it is Taylor, gets it back to Baber. Baber puts it on the floor, gets it over here right side. Owsley, his shot up and good for three. Brian Owsley for three, and we've got a timeout, Gate City. It's 57-36. Blue Devils lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Appalachia's outscored Gate City 18-13 here in the quarter.
And the Blue Devils have it. Nate Clark drives into the lane, gets it back to McMurray. McMurray to Bateman to Jones. Jones out front, leaves it off for Clark. 60 seconds to go, third quarter. Chris Kilgore to McMurray. McMurray launches three, has the key, shot good. That's McMurray's seventh three of the game. He has 25 points, 60-36, Gate City. Taylor with it, gets it to Grant. Grant out front with it, gets it to Baber. Baber puts it on the floor, drives down the lane. His shot up from in front, good. 60-38 to score. Here's Chris Kilgore. His shot up, no good. Foul call, Brian Owsley. Picks up his third. And Gate City will have Chris Kilgore at the line shooting two. 60-38. Gate City lead, 17 seconds to go, third quarter. Free throw, Kilgore up and good. Gary Thompson into the lineup for Appalachia.
Replacing Juan Gomez.
Chris Kilgore second, free throw up and good. So Chris has four, 62-38. Gate City leads, 10 seconds to go, third quarter. Taylor has it for Appy. Taylor drives down, moves, picks it up, shot up, good. As the third quarter comes to an end, 62-40, Gate City leads. We'll be back for the fourth quarter in 60 seconds. Gate City with a basketball to start the fourth quarter. Nate Clark will have it. Blue Devils leading 62-40. Clark gets it over here right side, Drew Scott. Scott drives into the lane, now across the lane. Left side with it. Out on top, Clark gets it down low, Hubbard. Hubbard shot up off the glass, good. Will Hubbard with his first points of the night, and it's 64-40. Taylor for Appalachia. Drives to the foul line, leaves it off for Leonard. His jumper up, in, out, no good. Rebound Hubbard for the Blue Devils. Hubbard gets the head to Clark. Long lead pass, Will Humphrey. Shot up, blocked away. Humphrey's put back, good, and he's fouled. Andrew Leonard picks up the foul. And Will Humphreys will try for the three-point play. Humphreys with 7 points. Make it 8. Let's see. Hits the free throw. 67-40. Devils lead, 7:15 to go. Honeycutt for Appalachia. Gets it over here to Owsley. Now to Leonard. Leonard with it. Between the rings. Now gives it up to Honeycutt. Honeycutt puts it on the floor and has it tipped and stolen away by Clark. Clark for Gate City races in front of the pack. His shot blocked away by Honeycutt. Coming out there with it, Leonard. Long pass in front court to Taylor, and it goes over his head out of bounds. So it'll belong to the Blue Devils. Well, yet another Appalachia turnover. 67-40, 6:42 to go. Clark has it for Gate City. Tries to get it to Will Humphreys. It's kicked by Bulldog. So it'll belong to Gate City.
It's Owsley and Honeycutt, pretty good players for Appalachia. They just don't have a lot of depth.
Yeah, as we said earlier, they're just outmanned. That's pretty much the bottom line. Scott with it for Gate City. Gets it over to Clark. He'll shoot the three. Shot Clark. Good. Nate Clark for three. Gives Nate 9 points on the night, and it's 70-40. Here's Taylor, drives down, shot up, no good. Rebound, Scott for Gate City. Scott ahead of the pack. He drives down, his layup good. Here's Scott with the bucket. 72-40, timeout Appalachia. We'll be back.
6:09 to play. Gate City will play either Pound or Coburn Thursday night at 7 at Appalachia High School.
Appalachia will have the basketball. Baber on the inbounds, gets it into Taylor. Taylor gets it to Grant. Now Grant will lead a 3-on-1. Grant gives it up to Owsley. He drops it, now picks it up, drives along the baseline. Nate Clark steals it. Clark has it in back court for the Blue Devils. Rips the pass in front court to McMurray. McMurray over in the corner to Hubbard. Cross court pass Scott. Scott puts it on the floor, drives the baseline for the layup. Good. It's Scott with 10. And the Blue Devils lead 74-40. Jordan Taylor has it, gets it over here. Owsley for 3, shot no good. Baber had a hand on the rebound, make that Grant. Coming out there though with it for the Blue Devils, Clark. Long pass in front court to Humphreys, gets it to Hubbard to Scott, open for the 3, shot good. Here's Scott for 3. It's 77-40.
Nails one from the corner that time.
Taylor has it for Appalachia, shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound Hubbard, gets it over to Clark. Clark in the middle, down low to Humphreys, loses control of it, runs it down, tips it over to Hubbard. Hubbard over to Clark, open for the 3, shot Nate Clark, no good. Rebound Grant. Grant, long pass in front court to Taylor. Taylor 2-on-1, gets it over to Baber for the layup, good. Timeout will be asked for by the Blue Devils. They lead 77-42.
It's off to Appalachia tomorrow night, 8:30 to 9 o'clock. Gate City and J.J. Kelly.
That'll be the girls' game. Then we'll be there Thursday night for the boys' game. Gate City leads 77-42. Appalachia steals the ball from the Blue Devils. They have it in front court. That's Honeycutt. Get it over here to Blair. Here's long 3 and out, no good. Rebound Smith for the Blue Devils. Barrett gets it over to Clark, who has a long lead pass front court to Bateman, tipped out of bounds. And that'll belong to Gate City. That's Luke Humphreys set to throw it in. Humphreys gets it into Smith. Now over here right side with it, Clark. Clark, cross court pass Smith, left open for the 3, shot short. Bateman comes out there with it for the Blue Devils, get it to Smith. Now Luke Humphreys to Clark. Clark along the baseline, now backs it back out, gets it down low to Luke, tipped away, thrown away by Appalachia, and Humphreys and Owsley fight for it. It goes off Humphreys out of bounds. It'll belong to the Bulldogs.
Jones in for Nate Clark.
77-42. Devils lead, 3:50 to go. Ryan Blair stands center circle with it. Blair left side, now Leonard. Now back between the rings, Blair. Blair picks up his dribble. Needs help. Somebody's got to come to him. That's Leonard. Leonard with it. He'll shoot a 3. Shot no good. Rebound Jones for the Blue Devils. Jones gets it over to Luke Humphreys. Pass down to Estep. His shot goes off the side of the backboard. Appalachia has it. Blair get it over here to Honeycutt. Honeycutt drives in the lane. His running jumper no good. Goes out of bounds to Gate City.
Chris Kilgore in for Marquise.